But if you are working towards a goal and you keep the negative self-talk going over and over and over in your head, you're going to continue down that route. You're never going to throw things away. Hey, sweet mama. Welcome back to another episode of Mama Mindset. I'm your host and creator. Whoa. I'm your host and creator, Amy Cawthron. I need like a drum roll or something. Had a little frog in my throat in there, and I could always start this and start over, but I'm not going to. We're going to just keep rolling. We're going to go with it. I hope you're having a fabulous Monday. If you're listening to this on a Monday, if this is your first time joining me, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't know how you found the podcast or what you're doing right now. Maybe you're making breakfast for the kids. Maybe you're making lunch. Maybe you're making dinner. Because sometimes I feel like, holy shit, as stay-at-home moms, all we do is cook all the time. All the time. I feel like my office is my kitchen, but I'm sure you're doing some meal prepping or something right now. Maybe you're folding laundry. So just so you know, even though you're doing what you feel like is a meticulous task as you're doing it, I want you to know how important it is and that I'm so proud of you for doing it. I'm so proud of you for finding the time. Maybe you're on a walk right now listening to this, and I hope this finds you in a moment of peace. I hope this finds you in a moment of joy and solitude. And I just want you to know too that if you are on a walk, I'm so proud of you. Yay! Clap for the mom on a walk. I love it. If this is not your first time, if you've joined me in the past, welcome back. I'm always super excited to be in your ear. Thank you for trusting me more than once to be in your ear and in your head for just a few moments out of your day. So with that being said, I want to just dive right into today's topic. And I want to try and keep it short and sweet, which I know I say that a lot. And then 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, 40 minutes later, I'm still talking. But I really do want to not take up too much of your time today because I know we're getting really busy as we approach Christmas. And man, the holidays really fall on women. The holidays really fall on the moms. That magic, that sparkle that happens, and that feeling behind all of that is a mom who cares. So if you're working to create that memory, that sparkle, and that magic for your family, my hat absolutely goes off to you. And I'm giving you this great big virtual audio and video hug from the podcast or on YouTube. So you're doing great, mama. I just want you to know that your effort is not going to go unnoticed, even if you feel like it's not appreciated. It will not go unnoticed. I can promise you that. So what I want to talk about today, kind of on the lines of that, all kind of not, but is affirmations. And this idea when affirmations actually fail you. We hear a lot about affirmations. I'm not super into affirmations because I feel like they are this like soft and fluffy, like bullshit kind of, but I know that people love affirmations and they can be very powerful. So I don't want to talk negatively about them. It's just not something that's tangible and gritty enough for me to really hold on to. But sometimes positive affirmations are very, very, very helpful. And one of the things that I want to talk about, though, is when affirmations absolutely fail you. And so affirmations are a way for you to affirm your identity. Okay. So that's the whole point of an affirmation. It helps you manifest and affirm the identity in which you want to achieve, the identity in which you want to be. And what happens is affirmations can also be negative, and that comes in the form of negative self-talk. And we are so freaking guilty of it. I'm guilty of it all the time. In fact, on the last Monday's episode, I was very honest in saying, I am not good at coordinating outfits for my family when it comes to family pictures. And really, what I need to be saying is something more positive about it. I'm under the acceptance of like, that's my identity. And I understand that. However, if I wanted to change that, I could change that. I could practice it. I could get better at it. And I could create some positive affirmations around that in order to change my identity and create some self confidence within me instead of saying, I suck at this. I suck at this. I suck at this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Okay. And that's when the affirmations fail you. It's when you continue down this negative route of negative self talk instead of discussing things positively with yourself. So, a lot of times in yoga, you can do mantras or positive affirmations. I think I mentioned to you guys, I use yoga with Cassandra, and she actually has some positive affirmation yoga sessions, which are really kind of fun. Again, I struggle with them, but I do see the point and I do my very best to work with them. But it is, I am strong, I am confident, I only can accept joy and encouragement. She goes on and on and on. See, again, like I'm not the best at positive affirmations. Hey, mama friend, I just wanted to take a second and remind you about my Mama Mindset Reset Challenge. It's absolutely free. There's no cost for this challenge. It's something that I put my heart and soul into, a tool for you to reset your mindset, to start improving your life on your own terms, in your own way, under the constraints of this challenge. It's 3 phases. It is a challenge. It's supposed to be challenging. It's supposed to help you grow. So if you're curious about it, please hop onto my website, amycawthorn.com. It explains it in more detail. If you haven't listened to the podcast that does explain it in detail, my words explaining the what, why, and how of the challenge, hop on and listen to that. And then I also have a couple of other tidbits of information on my Instagram page as well. So when do you start the challenge? You start the challenge today. You start it now. There's no sign up. There's no cost. It's only you holding yourself accountable to change your life. That's what we're doing here. We're taking action. We're taking action over our life. So Mama Mindset Reset Challenge, hashtag MMR Challenge. Let me know when you get started. Send me a DM. I'm so excited to bring this to you. And I still struggle with negative affirmations, and that's when it fails you. Okay. Because now that negative self-talk is now becoming a negative affirmation, which is now completely identifying yourself. You've pigeonholed yourself within that idea, within that affirmation, and it can fail you. It can absolutely fail you. So I don't really, go on and on about positive affirmations as your way to success. I believe in more tangible, active action steps like getting outside, drinking your water, putting good foods in your body, and then reading books on personal development. But a lot of those books on personal development do talk about positive affirmations. And there's a lot of things that you can Google. There's a lot of things that you can look up on positive affirmations. And that's why people put like sticky notes, on their mirrors to start their day. I am a strong, confident mother. I am a strong, confident woman. There's all of these, I deserve what the world is going to manifest into my life through positivity and love. Like there's all of these beautiful affirmations that you can look up that I'm not even going to try and like quote today, but whatever would align with you, whatever goals you're trying to achieve in your life, you can help those goals along by chanting or repeating, reading, and absorbing these positive affirmations. But if you are working towards a goal and you keep the negative self-talk going over and over and over in your head, I'm not strong enough to do this. I don't think I can run this marathon. Whatever goal it is that you're trying to achieve in that moment. I'm not an organized person and I really want to declutter my house, but I'm just never going to get there. It's too much for me. It's overwhelming. I'm not good at organizing. I'm not good at getting stuff thrown away. You're going to continue down that route. You're never going to throw things away. You're never going to take the steps forward that you need in order to achieve the goal that you're trying to achieve, like decluttering your home. And that's a negative affirmation. That's negative self-talk, which is then affirming the identity that you've chosen for yourself, because your identity is chosen by you. You can change your identity, you can shift your identity, and you can pivot, but that has to be done through action steps. And that has to be done through positive self-talk or affirmations that you repeat over and over again. Like, I am strong. I am confident. I can do this. I can declutter. It's going to be challenging, but I know that I can overcome it. Okay. So many ways that you can create this positive self-talk or this positive affirmation in order to shift your identity, which then accomplishes the goals that you would like to accomplish. Because right now, one of the things that's holding you back from accomplishing that is the way that you've identified yourself in accomplishing those goals. Goals are something typically that we want to accomplish that we've never done before or that are challenging, which is why we haven't accomplished them yet. And in order to do that, we have to get uncomfortable. You have to get a little bit uncomfortable in order to do that. And so that negative self-talk, that negative self-doubt, that self-doubt comes creeping in a form of a negative affirmation. Like I said, then affirming this identity that you've already created for yourself instead of affirming this change of identity that you have for yourself. So again, this is a moment, these are times that affirmations can absolutely fail you. How you are using affirmations, the way you're saying them, what you're saying about yourself in the situation in order to accomplish your goals is super, super important. If you want to accomplish your goals and you're still talking so negatively about yourself, it's negative self-talk and self-doubt and all of that toxic stuff that comes creeping in, which it does for everybody. Okay. That voice comes creeping in for everybody. And it's up to you to squash it. Okay. Smush it. Get your fly swatter out from your pantry and squash it, because you can do that. It's a choice that you can make. And repeating the positive self-talk over and over again is all an affirmation is. That's all it is. It's affirming the identity that you want to have to build self-confidence. Okay. So this is a moment. There are times when affirmations can fail you. And I want to make sure that you are using them correctly, that you're using them wisely, and that your talk, internal and external, is the correct form of conversation that you're having about yourself and about your identity. Be aware of it. Please bring that to your conscience. Please bring that forward. You can always ask your spouse for a little bit of help. If you're one that struggles with this, if you're one that struggles with negative self-talk, ask your spouse or a friend or a partner, whoever you have around you, to remind you gently when this happens, when this negative self-talk happens, to gently remind you that you deserve better and that you need to talk a little more positively about yourself. Brad does that for me. Okay. Total transparency. All the things that I talk about on this show are things that I have struggled with or continue to struggle with. And they're just things that I tend to be more aware of than a lot of other women. And I want to share that with you as I become more aware of things, or as things change, or as I learn things. I want to share that with you. And one of the things that I've learned over the last few years, and I'm still working on, is I am very critical of myself. I'm sure there's a childhood trauma. I'm sure there's like a psychologist who could break that shit down and just unwrap it. And there's probably reasons why, but I don't need to necessarily know that right now. I just need to know that I tend to have negative self-doubt, negative self-talk. And he reminds me very gently. And I also remind myself when that happens, would I talk to my friends that way? Would I want my friends to talk about themselves that way? Like, no, I would tell them, girlfriend, you are way better than that. You are so bright. You are so strong. You're an amazing mom. Like, there's no way I would let a friend talk about themselves in that way. So why would I allow that for myself? Okay. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I believe so much in you. I believe so much in what we do, and positive affirmations can be great. I believe in very tangible action steps and to move forward, but don't let negative affirmations be the reason why you aren't accomplishing your goals. Don't let that negative self-talk fully affirm the identity that you no longer want to have. So go forth, try this, be above your subconscious, bring it to your conscious, and make some effort, make some changes, make some effort. And if you need positive affirmations to squash the negative affirmations, Google away, my friend. There's so much information out there on it. Depends on what your goals are. It depends on how you want it to line up and align with your goals and align with what you believe in and value. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. As always, thank you so much for listening. I always appreciate you. I always appreciate my sweet mama friends and this community that we're building. Thank you so much for listening today, sweet mama. I look forward to talking to you all again soon.